What is going on? Good morning. You have joined me for the newly titled Motherfucking Monday. How are we all doing? I'm gonna, as you're jumping on, say good morning. Apologies for being a few minutes late, but this is real life, right? And real stuff happens. So we just got to roll with the punches. I want to talk to you today about what's going on. What's the noise? What is clogging up the brain this morning? Let's see it. Let's get it out there and let's get it gone, ready to move on. Let us move on. So I'm Diana Nash. I am the badass woo. I help people to discover their spiritual sides, to strip back the layers, to get back to who they really are and lead them back to their light. Boom, ba, boom. As you were jumping on, say good morning. Do not be a Larry Larker. So let's jump in. Let's jump right in. I want you to ask yourself this morning, what is going on right now? What is going on as I wake up on Monday morning? What is the thing that's hanging over me? What is the heaviness in the heart? I want you to take a second right now and ask yourself that question. And I want you to tell me what it is in the comments. What's going on right now? What is the noise? What is the feeling? What is the heaviness? What is the excitement? What is going on right now? Good morning, Sarah. As you're jumping on, guys, say good morning to me so I can see you, so I can say hi. So what's the noise? What's going on? What's the heaviness? What's the joy? What is even I want you to just tune in and ask yourself that question right now. Because sometimes we have so much that's bubbling away and we're not even aware of it. We just wake up and we resign ourselves to, okay, it's Monday. I'm just going to get up and I'm just going to get going. And we ignore the little things, the prods, the niggles, the heaviness, whatever it is, we ignore it. We just kind of bypass it. And what you're actually doing is you're bypassing your internal sat nav. That's what you're bypassing. And so by ignoring that, you just carry on and the brain focuses on other things. And we never, ever get to hear. And that's really important. Oh, Sarah, broken heart. Oh, my love. Sending so much love to you. Okay, so this morning for you, it's a broken heart. And it's about seeing it and saying, I see you, mother trucker. I see what you are. But you know what? What are you going to do? What are you going to do about that? So what I always teach is to use your breath. Your breath is such an important part. So I really want you to get clear, if you haven't already, ask yourself, what is going on right now as I wake up on this Monday morning? As I wake up, whatever's happened over the weekend, whatever I've got coming up this week, tune in. What is going on? What is the noise? What is the internal chatter? What is the worries? What is the stresses? What is the strains? What is the joy? What is the excitement? And filter it out and pick out what it is that's causing the heaviness. I really want you to ask yourself that and really start to build that awareness with yourself. So we're going to do this exercise on a Monday. And so this morning, as you do that, I want you to tell me in the comments what is going on for you. What is the noise? What is the feeling this morning? Learn to see it, learn to feel it, learn to articulate it, because when we do that, then we can understand it, then we can work with that, right? Instead of going along going, oh my God, there's all these things and I feel so overwhelmed by everything. You're being overwhelmed because there's so much noise. So we need to learn to filter out the noise. So how are we doing this morning? I can see you guys jumping on, so just give me a hello in the comments so I can see you, and please make sure that you've given StreamYard permission at the top of the screen. There's a little link that will say StreamYard, it'll be highlighted blue. Please click that, otherwise you'll come up as Facebook user and I can't see who you are. So I was all determined this morning to have a shower and have my hair all done and turn up like, yes, I'm on fire. And guess what? Hasn't worked out that way because I hadn't made the packed lunches last night. I'd forgotten to. I decided to sit down and chill out last night. And so this morning, that meant that I had other things to do. And then I've had other stuff to deal with kids have needs and things, and sometimes they don't want to do stuff. And so I've been dealing with that. That's why I was late on this morning, and it throws you out of whack. But actually, by seeing it and owning it, we can really do something about that, rather than going and spending our whole day in this panic and this overwhelm and all of these feelings. We've got to learn to articulate it. Okay, so as you were jumping on, please tell me, what is your word? What is your feeling? What's going on? Good morning, Nicola. Hey, girl. How are you? We're just talking about what's going on, what's the noise, what's the feeling, what is the vibe this morning. So I want you to tell me in the comments. So now let me give you a top tip. Let's do something about this, right? Because I'm all about bringing you value. I'm all about teaching you and sharing with you. So I'm just going to take a second out just to stop the noise, and we're going to take a breath. That's all we're going to do. We're going to use our breath. I'm going to play the tingshaws for you. Let me give you an example. Okay, really beautiful, really simple. Really simple. I want you to know that the path to yourself, the path to really serving yourself and staying in alignment and being still and being spiritual, or whatever you want to call it, the path to that is to really find the stillness. And that is so simple. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a breath. I'm going to play the tingsha. You're going to take a breath in and a breath out. That is it. And we're going to do that 3 times. Okay, so who's with me? So, and as we do this, I want to feel your mind settle in. Whatever noises and things are going around you, just filter them out, because this is your time. Take a breath in and out. Good. Just allow your breath to settle for a minute. And if your body wants to move, just let that body move. And again, take the breath in and out. Good. And as you do that, really feel yourself start to settle. We're going to do that one last time. Take a breath in. And out. Okay. So I want you to tell me now, doing that, how do you feel right now? How did you feel before, and how do you feel now? Really want you to pay attention to that. Nikki, you feel like you're juggling 20 plates. Yeah, I hear you, girl. I hear you. And so this is what I'm always talking about. It's so important that we learn to balance the human and the spirit, because we have lots of things going on. We are spiritual beings in a human existence. And so we've got to learn to balance the two, because our spirit is our true self. That's our anchor. And so many times we get caught up in the human, about the doing and the being and the getting and the thinking. And that's the human side. And that can feel overwhelmed if you're not nurturing the spirit as well, right? That's so, so important. Nicola's shoulders drop 5 inches. Yes, I love that. Yes. So this is why I'm here teaching you. Spirituality does not have to be about sitting on a mountain, eating kale, wearing a caftan. Although if that's your thing, you go do that, my love. But why teach? It's really simple, practical tools that keep you there, that help you to still, to center, to just breathe and be calm, so that you can navigate the world, all the things, all the roles, all the labels, all the needs and wants that are placed upon you, so that you can learn to navigate that easier, faster, better, quicker, clearer, and make sure that you're not last on the list. Shout out to Jo. Jo, that is the title of her book, No Longer Last on the List. If you haven't read that, you need to go and get yourself a copy. But you need to make sure you're no longer last on the list, because so many women out there are always last on the list. And actually, if you want to serve, what's going on? I've gone out like in weird timing. If you want to make sure that you can show up and shine, if you want to make sure that you can turn up as your best self and not feel resentful, and not feel like you're always depleted or it's always to your detriment. And self-care is your first step. Self-care is not selfish. It is about turning up for yourself, and it's about doing even the smallest of things make a massive difference. So let's see, our beautiful Nicola, how many seconds did that take to do that exercise? I don't know, I didn't even count. Let's say 1 minute, shoulders drop 5 inches. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm teaching you. This is what I'm bringing you. Spirituality is your own brand of you, and it is just about ensuring that you are topping yourself up and showing up as your best version of you. That is it. It's really pure and simple. So I want you to ask yourself, so we've decided what the noise is. What's one thing you can do today? What's one action you can take to help you? With all the noise, with all the stuff that's going on, what is one action that you can do to take you? That is the third point. So if you're watching on replay, here's your 3 things. Ask yourself, what is going on this morning? Monday morning, as I've woken up or I'm getting ready to start my week. What's going on? What's the noise? Stop and take a breath. Ask yourself then, what is one thing, one action that you can do today to help make that noise quieter or to drown out the noise? What's one action, what practical thing? I want you to tell me in the comments. I want you to type it out, because when we type it out, when we make it a thing, we hold ourselves accountable. It's all right going, yeah, cool, I'll think about that later, because you know later it's going to come and you won't have done it. So I want you to hold yourselves accountable. Ask yourself these questions. Type the answers in the comments, because we're going to say it, we're going to see it. And when we put it out there, other people can see it. It becomes out of the subconscious, comes out of here in the thought mess, and it becomes a real thing. And so by declaring, this is what I'm going to do, we're going to write it, we're going to say it, we're going to see it, it becomes more visceral in this world. It is a thing, right? That's how we keep ourselves accountable. So I want to hear as well your one thing you're going to do to take action. And when we start the week like this, we're going to set our intention and be really clear on that. That's going to help you. That's going to frame your whole week, because your energy is with you all the time. You are with yourself all the time. So it's about really learning to dance that dance. And I always do this, to dance the dance of the spirit and the human, to really marry the two together and understand what it is that's going on, so that you can nurture and you can care for and you can move forward. You can do the things that feel right, that you're guided to do, not that you feel forced to do. And the things that we have to do, we can turn them around and coat them with love, and we can come from them from a different place, because once we're topped up, once we're taken care of, then we've got more energy to give. But if we're coming from a place where we feel depleted, where we feel like we've got nothing left, and then we have to do the things that we don't want to do, feel the difference in that. It feels horrible. It feels like we just want to run away and hide. We want to get in our jammies and get under the duvet and bury our heads. And if we're facing our days like that, we're not going to want to take action, and we're certainly not going to find the joy and the clarity. We're not going to see the beautiful things that are around us. We're not going to, be mindful. We're not going to see the beautiful flowers or hear that song that's being played, because we get placed these little signs. But if we're not tuned in, we're going to miss it. And I tell you, you're missing out on beauty. Yesterday I went for a walk and I saw the most beautiful flock of birds fly over, just as it kind of matched with my thoughts and my feelings. And then I looked across and took the most beautiful picture of the mist across the water. And because I was still, I was able to really feel and see the beauty in that, rather than thinking about, oh God, I've got to get back and cook dinner. And I was present, I was still. And when we're present and we're still, we see the really beautiful things, and that tops us up alone. Do you see? Okay, Sarah, live in the now and not think about what was and what may never be. Don't know if that makes sense. Honey girl, that makes perfect sense. Yes, because we can only be in the present. We can only be in the present. And so if we are living in the present and making every second feel alive, we can feel alive in that minute. We stop focusing on what was. We get really present and we live in the now, and we love it and we thank it, and we give thanks for all that has been, because it's been a lesson. And then we allow space for all that will be. But right now we honor ourselves in the present. That is beautiful. That makes absolute sense, my love. You have the most beautiful eyes. Look at those eyes. Wow. Sarah, that makes absolute sense. That's gorgeous, honey. And I want you to tell me how you get on later. Keep that thought. So that's your thought for the day, Sarah. Whatever comes up, whatever issues come your way, come back to that one action that you can take today. Come back to that one action. Let that be your mantra for the day. So Sarah, for you, live in the now. Live in the now. Live in the now. Spirit, very particular about this. It is just live in the now. So I want you that to be your mantra for the day. Live in the now. And anytime you feel your mind wander, anytime you feel pulled away, anytime you feel those feelings coming up, I'm not saying to swallow them or ignore them. We allow them, but we remind ourselves to live in the now. Okay, so the heartbreak that you're feeling, let that come up. If those emotions come up, emotions are emotions, right? We embrace joy, we embrace happiness, we allow that, but we suppress others. Just allow the emotions, but anchor yourself to live in the now. Okay, I hope that helps. Let me know if that makes sense. Nicola, breathe out and check my shoulders throughout the day before I do a task, and after align back to inner peace. Oh, honey, yes. Good. Yes, that's a really good one. So really take that nice breath, feel those shoulders. And I love the fact that you're going to do it again after the task, just to really come back. That's a beautiful anchor. Well done. And for other people, like, listen to what people are saying and use those as you can use ones that jump out to you. If you're like, I don't know what mine is, don't worry about that. Use these beautiful examples, because these are two bloody corkers. Well done, ladies. These are great. Chloe, good morning, my love. How are you doing? Okay, so if you're loving this, give this a little share, will you? Make sure you've liked the page and are following it, so you can make sure you're gathering all the information I'm pinging out at you. So let me tell you, I hope that helps you guys. If you're watching on replay, just tell me what it is. But please, they want me to come back to use those anchors. Really let that one thing of action be your anchor for today. Come back to that throughout the day, because it's all well and good us sitting here and you going, yes, amazing, I'm going to do this thing, but make sure you do it. Make sure you do it, because if you don't, it becomes another thing that just slides past, and then your brain goes, oh, that doesn't work. So we need to make sure we're doing it, and that will program into the brain. Okay, unseen in the membrane. So this Sunday, you guys, for those of you who missed it, every second Sunday of the month, I do the Sunday Soul Session over in my free group. And that is half an hour of a sound experience. So you get sound healing from me. It's free, totally free. And it is just half an hour to just chill out, to get some beautiful sound healing, to just allow the sounds to cleanse away all the shit, all the energy, all the emotions that have built up. So it's just a little taster of sound. It is not a full-on healing that you would get in a full session, but it's just a little taster for you. And you know what? That mini boost of sound is powerful. It's going to powerhouse you through. So this Sunday at 8 o'clock over in my group, hang on, let me see if I can get all technical and cool. There we go. If you're not already in the group, jump on into the group. That happens every second Sunday of the month. And also next week, I'm going to be opening the doors to my retreat. But the way I do things, and I've just made a change. Every single thing that I bring to you, I'm going to give you an experience of. So next Wednesday evening, I'm going to give you an experience of the retreat I'm running next year in March, the Badass Woo Retreat. I've totally rejigged what it is. I've listened. Spirit have stepped in and totally pulled me from what I thought I was going to do. It's totally changed. And ladies in my group, I'm going to come in and talk to you about that today. It's totally changed. It's now the Badass Woo Retreat. It's exactly what it is. It's an experience of everything I do in a retreat with me live in person for 4 days. So I'm going to give you an experience of what you're going to get on the retreat on Wednesday night over in the group. So I guess the main point is get over in the group, because there's some amazing things happening over there and I want you to experience them. So if you're not already, jump on in. Let me pop that link up again. There we go. And for those of you in the group, I will see you over there, my loves. Okay. So a summary. Use those anchors. Use those anchors, my darlings. Use those anchors that you have come up with today. Watch what you're doing. Watch what is the one thing. What is going on? What is the noise? Ask yourself that question. What is the action? Okay? And I want you to share. Come back and tell us what it was. Come back and share those things so we can see them, so we can learn from each other as well, right? It's really important. So if you want to join me on Sunday, follow that link. You can sign yourself up so you can get the notifications coming through. Cleopatra coming at you. I will put the links in the comments as well, so do not panic, because that is a lot to write down, right? Okay, so let me put the link in the comments as well. So whatever you were doing today on motherfucking Monday, I want you to start your week right. See it, take action, and know that you've got this. Know that you are guided and you are loved and you are connected. That, my loves, is going to make the difference. Okay, have a beautiful, beautiful day, whatever you are doing. So much love, my darlings. Take good care.